My name is Rhonda Kehlbeck. I'm the Vice President of Admissions for the Halftime Institute. I am the person who gets to talk to almost every person who's trying to decide if they want to come to the Halftime Institute and be in one of our programs. This journey for me was kind of circuitous. Someone had given me the Halftime book and I read it and I thought, gosh, this really resonates. What is God calling me to do? And I thought he'd immediately say, good, here's what I want you to do. And he didn't. So I just thought, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and plug in where I already see God working. And then when he'll let me know when it's the right job and what I'm supposed to do. A friend had told me about this little private Christian school for underprivileged kids. They all live below poverty. And so I called them up and I said, hey, I have a background in education. Could you use someone to help out in any way? And they said, yes, come and tutor. 2 months into tutoring, they had a teacher who quit in the middle of the year. And they came to me and they said, Rhonda, do you want to take over her classroom? I had told God, I'll do anything you want me to do. And it didn't make sense to me that he was sending me to kindergarten. I have a PhD in education. I went the first day. It was total chaos. And I literally cried out as loudly as I could to God, Lord, unless you come down here and do something about this situation, I'm leaving at noon and I'm not coming back. My classroom door opened and in walked Mr. Jackson, the janitor of the building. He just came straight over to me, put his arms around me, and gave me the longest hug, didn't say a word, and then left. But the next day, I found him in the school and I went up to him and I said, Mr. Jackson, why did you come in my room like that yesterday? And he said, I try and live so close to the Holy Spirit that when he says, get in there, she needs you, I go in. I'd written him a couple of notes thanking him for that, and he never mentioned it. And I thought, no way could a 54-year-old man who's worked at a school for 10 years, there's no way he doesn't know how to read. So the next day, I went up to him and I said, Mr. Jackson, yes, ma'am, what is it? If I'm willing to teach you to read, are you willing to learn? And he immediately put his head down. He was just like, no, people have tried in the past. It has never worked. No, I can't do it. And I said, what if I'm willing to teach you to read the scriptures? He looked straight up, put his hand up in the air, and he goes, you're on, and gave me a high five. And I was like, we're on. So we started meeting together, and I ended up teaching him how to read for an entire year. Teaching kindergarten was by far the hardest thing I have ever tried to do. But I saw more miracles that year than I have in my entire life. So I came to the program, went through the whole thing, and as a result of it, God said, I want you to help others. Every day in my job, I get to listen to people's stories. I also get a glimpse into the hope that I know that's coming. If they are right for our program, I can barely contain it. I try to stay professional, but honestly, my voice just gets so excited because I know that if they're right for the program, they're literally on the cusp of the greatest God adventure of their life. Mr. Jackson and I have had a friendship now for 7 years. He's like one of the smartest guys I've ever known about God and life. When we're on this journey with God called Halftime, it may get confusing, it may get super discouraging, but you just got to remember He has got the ultimate plan and it's going to be better than you could ever imagine.